Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go.
That's a great way to start every video, isn't it?
A great way to start anything is have a couple of beers.
You have a couple of beers and just get going.
Yeah, Amazing Race Canada, Season 5, Episode 7?
6.
6?
6. 7? 6. 7? Now I'm lost.
Now we're telling you people we're really old. It's 7. I think it's 7. Gord, Wayne, two old guys who obviously recap the race and tell.
In case you haven't been watching these videos for a while now.
For a while.
Right.
In case you're new to this.
Yeah.
Could be some people.
But there are some people new.
I know. We have our regular followers who Twitter me right after the show going, I agree with you. Blah, blah,
and then we have the new people who say, what the heck are you two doing?
Who's Gord and Wayne?
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway.
Those people, you should come more often.
Yeah. And come for beer.
Exactly.
Gord's buying.
Urban Tavern.
In Edmonton. We're back again. I like being back here. It's a nice place.
It's nice.
Yeah. Come down.
They treat us well. They put us up in a room where they can lock us in.
Lock at the door.
We can't cause trouble.
Nope.
Okay, enough.
Yeah, enough about that. Back to the episode.
Back to the episode.
Fly from, where are they flying from?
Adam and Andrea are out first. They're
Ottawa
from Ottawa to Western Newfoundland.
Western Newfoundland. Corner Brook area. Well,
think
they
it's
land
Corner-
somewhere else, but they go to Corner Brook anyway.
Yeah, they land there, jump in the Chevy Spark. There's the commercial for the day. Moving on.
No, there's no more commercials after that. Because the first thing you do is Chevy Spark and find the BMO.
Yeah, there
in
you
Corner
go.
Brook. And they get the little, this seems to be a tradition now, the little iPad.
The family video.
The family video saying, oh, we miss you.
Yeah.
And this one was, had the typical responses.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the part I liked was when Sam found out that he's actually got into bed school, which was a nice little touch. I liked that. You know, got to see some of Sam's personality and how he really felt about it.
A little more emotion, a little more personality of both of those. Yeah.
And that's actually, I think, one problem we're lacking from this show this season.
I think so. We're not getting the personality of the racers.
We're not getting as much emotion as. I mean, I don't want people crying all the time.
No.
But I just don't want them. A lot of the emotion we're getting is them shouting all the time.
Yeah, a lot of it has been forced. Like up until now, a lot of the images we're getting of everybody, it's kind of a forced persona.
A little bit.
And it's kind of been taking us out of it. We're kind of like, okay.
Yeah. So it was nice to get that. And so it made me realize who is Sam and who is Paul.
Finally, right?
I mean, I have that issue with a lot of teams because I'm really bad with visual stuff, but this was like, oh, okay, that guy's Sam and that guy's Paul.
Now we know who is who.
Okay.
It's like, I think it was last episode where I finally realized which one was Kenneth and which one was Ryan.
I still haven't figured that one out yet.
Oh, okay.
Kenneth's the smart one? No, Ryan's smart. They're both kind of smart.
They're both kind of smart. One's a little smarter than
Kevin,
the
the
other.
one says...
Kenneth is the one with the mustache. Go for the visual.
Yeah, go for the visual. That's not helping me at all.
Anyway, moving on from there. They are now on their way to...
Where they're going to? What do that to me for? They're on their way to...
Because I'm testing your memory. That's part of the
memory's
task.
pretty slow because...
Yeah, mine too. I took notes.
I don't take notes. I never take notes. Where they went to? They were going to the detour, right?
Going to the detour.
Detour, yay! One was Finding Dory, which was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. Finding a Dory, some sort of thing.
Find Your Dory.
Find Your Dory.
Family Story.
Family Story. Rhyme.
Right.
Find Your Dory, Toy Story. No? So in Finding Dory,
Kind of more time
they had
with four.
a traditional Newfoundland dory, which is just a boat. They have to row it a certain distance to find a lobster truck on the side of the shore, climb out, get this clue, row back. The other one you have to
go in, for Family Story, you have to go and find a Viking settlement, find the 3 Viking gods. I think it was Thor, Loki, and Odin.
Yeah, typical.
Your basics. Listen to their family stories and then create the family tree based on who was related to who was the son of who was married to who, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't see the Hulk in any of that. Where was the Hulk?
Neither did I. But, and there was no big, enchanted hammers or anything.
No, there was nothing.
Apparently not a Marvel publication.
I was disappointed in that one. Yeah.
But, it was an interesting task. I think, realistically, I think we would have taken Family Story.
Either one would have been fine.
Either one would have been fine.
We both know how to row.
We both know how to row, and we both know, how to create a family tree.
And listen to things.
And listen to
pay
stories.
attention, although,
Sometimes we don't pay attention to our own stuff.
no.
But that's okay. Everybody had their own style of rowing, most of which were wrong.
Yes.
Sam and Paul at least knew how
They were
to
the
row.
only ones
They
who
were the only ones who did it right.
Did it correctly, yes.
Did it quickly, got back, and they were pretty much moving on before anybody else had even found anything or done anything.
Right.
Adam and Andrea had gone over to the family story. They started listening to the story, started putting their family tree together.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little bit. They did it in sections. They actually figured out, listen to one, put as much as you remember from one, then go listen to the other one, put that out.
That was part of the task that
Yeah.
I thought would have been harder. Instead of just listening to one and then going back, I'll do his, which would be relatively easy. You memorize 4 or 5 things. But if you had to listen to all 3 stories at the same time and then go try to build a tree and then go back, and then if you had to go back, you had to listen to all 3 stories again, that would have made the task a little harder than it actually was.
Yeah. But if you knew anything about, Viking, Norse history, that sort of stuff, I mean, you'd be a little ahead of the game.
Yeah. Are you versed in?
Yeah, actually, I have.
That's what
I do know a lot.
I thought this would be great for Gord. I think we would have taken that one because
my daughter is very big in all that mythology.
You're
stuff,
big on mythology and your
so
daughter, so I think that would have been
going
great.
through that. We'd have probably just aced that fairly quick.
Just go. Don't talk. I'm going to put them all up, and we're done.
Yeah. Stop confusing me. Exactly.
Yeah, and
So
where's the Hulk?
We'd have been looking for the Hulk. They should have had one that said Hulk.
Even the rowing, it didn't seem like it was really that hard, even for the people who were doing it incorrectly.
Yeah, everybody eventually gets it all done. It's not rocket science to figure it out. Eventually the boat is going to move.
Yeah. And it wasn't really, it didn't seem very far away. They didn't have to jump in the water and get it like they had in previous things.
Right.
They just had to go row and find it. So it was more interesting to a point, but it was still kind of not that, didn't seem as difficult as it could be.
Andrea and Ebony, of course, they had the speed bump because they came in last on the non-elimination leg, so they had the speed bump. What they had to do was archery.
There's Hawkeye.
There's Hawkeye.
The Marvel thing.
It's all tied up.
Hey, is Marvel a quiet sponsor of this?
I don't know.
There's Thor, there's Hawkeye. We're looking for Hulk.
Looking for Hulk. Was there an Iron Man thing? I don't think so.
Bowling, possibly.
We're
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Archery
I
is...
dated a girl who was big into archery, so I became big into archery.
There you go.
She dumped me, but
Kind of the way it works. So I used to go hunting with bow and arrow.
see, there you go.
We'd have been okay.
You're Mr. Rough and
I'm
tumble guy.
an old guy. I have a lot of history.
That's the thing. We're old guys. We have lots of history and lots of hidden skills. I had no idea. I knew you did some shooting and stuff. I didn't know you actually hunted things with bow and arrows.
Yep. And slingshots.
Slingshots.
Yeah. Except the slingshot, if you mess up, you really hit the back of your hand.
Yeah,
That hurts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The archery thing is relatively easy. I mean, it takes
25
work.
points and move on.
Yeah.
So everybody's now moving on. They're going to the
Face-off.
Face-off.
The bowling alley.
Yes.
This is a very Canadian task. 5-pin bowling.
Yes.
I'm surprised it took so long to get to it. 5-pin bowling is hugely Canadian.
They haven't done that at all.
No, they have not.
There you go. Something new.
Something new. Well, it was similar to
Maybe that's why I liked it.
In a way, it was similar to the curling task,
Yeah.
but different, slightly different. So I
Of
didn't
course,
mind
curling
the
would be another, classic Canadian task.
classic Canadian task. But 5-pin bowling is hugely kick because we invented the game. Hey, let's get rid of 5 pins and make it easier. Oh, and the balls will be smaller so the kids can play.
Yeah, that worked. It was good. It was a good task. Sam and Paul managed to get ahead of them.
Yeah.
On the last frame, they pull ahead. They're out of there. They're heading off. Adam and Andrew are now up against Kenneth and Ryan.
Kenneth and Ryan.
It's a little back and forth. The points aren't quite as high, but
I was expecting to be better bowler.
I did.
Kenneth and Ryan.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
guess not.
seems to be the thing they would do. Go grab a beer and go bowling. They
This
just
is-
said they grab a beer and go bowling.
I was going to mention this when I was watching this bowling thing. It's like when you're waiting for a team, you're waiting for your turn to play. And when you're playing, can you enjoy a beverage at some time?
We would have.
I would have, hey, get me a beer. Oh, here's my BMO MasterCard with whatever is left on it. Give me a couple beers because I'm waiting for a game and my aim will probably be better.
In fact, I probably would have. Sam and Paul, the first ones out of there, and they are heading off to the roadblock.
Roadblock, which is This is where the episodes for me started getting going.
It's basically you have to do a comedy set, 12 jokes on stage in front of a crowd, and you have to pick your 12 jokes out of a list of 50. Well, first off,
memorizing something and performing in front of a crowd. We've seen this task so many times, twice already in the Amazing Race Canada, I think, maybe even 3 times.
I do that every weekend. I screw it up every weekend.
So at the end, I was getting bored, and I sort of fast forward and looking for Kim Campbell. I wasn't analyzing the background. I was just going because I was not interested in what's going on, and I was going like, I'll show this on. I'll get a picture. What is Kim Campbell doing there? If you can see this, and she's there in a couple of them. Kim Campbell, Canada's first female prime minister, seemed to be in Corner Brook at the comedy.
It's always nice to find an Easter egg.
Maybe it was. The one where I found you.
It's in October.
The one that I found you was really shocking.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So yeah,
I still use that when I do tours too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I still mention that when I'm at Kelly Saloon.
This is where I appeared on Amazing Race Canada.
Yep.
I mean, it was interesting how they shot you for the teaser of that episode. They actually focused on you a lot because you were drinking beer, and they had no idea it was actually you.
No.
It's just some interesting guy drinking beer,
yeah.
Which is confusing because if he thought it was interesting on TV, why isn't he on TV?
Why am I not on? Right? Why
maybe
are we not running this?
Oh wait, maybe it's me.
Maybe it's you. Maybe I need a new partner.
Yeah.
Nah, damn it. Sam and Paul are done. Sam got it done, so they're heading out.
Yeah.
Andrea goes up to do her set, and she does. I mean, her first joke went well. Her second joke was good.
I think she's all right.
And then her third joke, yeah, she flopped it up. She messed it up. And I mean, that's not uncommon. People have. I mean, it's not just a memory thing, but you also have to be confident enough to stand up in front of people, on stage. A lot of people don't like it.
Babies.
You know, we've done that.
If you've been in the
We'd probably
Amazing Race Canada, you're going to be.
You're going to be in
You
front
have
of
to be
people.
comfortable in front of people. Yeah.
So, most of the teams took a couple of tries to get through all that.
We had,
Eventually,
well, we're jumping ahead. There's a bit
We are.
of drama going on in the bowling because
there is.
so Adam and
let's
Andrea
go
moved
back.
on, and then the Giver guys, the Mama boys, have to play against Karen and Bert, and Karen and Bert are ahead in the last frame, and Bert gets into his dance mode.
Bert, do not get cocky.
He got cocky and he blew it. Three gutter balls
in a row.
and
bang,
then,
bang, bang.
And then the Giver guys won and defeated them.
Yep.
And
They moved on, and then it was
save your
Karen and
dancing
Bert.
for later, buddy.
Yeah, Karen and Bert against Corey and Ivana.
You won that one.
They did.
It seemed
But
like
again, it came down to the last frame.
I mean, that part was exciting because it came down the last frame because they're probably terrible bowlers.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at the scores, and the scores were like
Their scores were not great.
80, 90. If someone
Yeah.
broke 100, it's like, wow, they were excited.
Yeah.
I mean, their scores are not great. I mean, I'm not an expert bowler, but I've done 5-pin bowling. You know, I've hit like at least 150. So I would have done quite well at this test, as I say.
Yeah, you might have
I
had
think
a few
we
gutter
would.
balls. We might have had a couple gutter balls, but
No,
I mean,
no gutter
we'd have
balls.
done okay.
No gutter balls.
I get probably one gutter ball almost every game I play.
Oh, you suck.
Well, because I get cocky.
I want to see.
Ooh, I'm following my strike. I'm gonna do something fair. Sam and Paul are team number 1. That's
Yep.
their second win for the season.
That's
Very
good
good for them.
Yeah, it was their leg. It was their leg with the, it was sort of he got in the med school. They did well with
It was a
the
good
leg.
leg for them.
It was
Yeah,
a
they-
good
they-
leg.
they-
They had no problems going through.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't seem to have any struggles, and they just came team number 1.
Yeah, team number 1, Kenneth and Ryan. Team number 2, Andrea and Adam. Team number 3,
Karen Bird.
Ken and Bert 4, Corey and Ivana, team number 5, and eventually Andrea and Ebony came in as the last team, and they were eliminated.
I think we forgot a major point. in this.
I'm sure we did.
We did.
We rambled.
Remember, it was the part where Corey had to take a,
Oh, and
Yeah,
Ivana
pee.
wanted to sing about Corey's pee break.
and that was a long pee.
Yeah, it's like, what did you like? Drink the lake?
Next episode, we're going to Panama City.
That should be fun. Looks very colorful.
Yeah, but if you know, last season Amazing Race US, they went to Panama City.
They did.
Anyway, cheers again and drink again. See you next week.
See you next week, guys.
See, if you put us on the show, you get all these great sound effects that we get up.
Oh, old people moving.